Hey, happy Monday, Sales Director Corrin Cresci. Okay, so this last week, I actually got some parties booked and just using a really simple script. It's not going to be anything fancy. It's not going to be anything exciting. I didn't even make it up. Somebody else gave it to me. But here's, I think, sometimes where we perhaps fall short, or maybe we just don't ask enough, or we just get into a groove with our customers and we just think we know them. And maybe they've said things to us in the past like, oh, I'm not really into parties, or maybe you flat out have asked them before, if they'd want to host or something, and you just got a vibe from them that definitely that was off limits. And I fall into that as well. It just seems like they just want to buy product from me, and I don't want to jeopardize the relationship. And I get that. Like, there's kind of a fine line sometimes between like over extending your friendship with a customer and just being like really needy, always asking for a party, always asking her to come to a Mary Kay event, asking her to join your team, asking. Like, I get it. There's a line, and we all have to use like our God-given intuition to just be aware of that. But sometimes I think as women, we also fall so far on the other side of not wanting to be pushy, not wanting to really make somebody feel bad or put them into a situation where they're going to have to tell us no, and maybe we don't even want to hear the no, so we're just going to save everybody the hassle. We're just not even going to ask. It's just easier for everybody. Nobody gets their feelings hurt. Nobody's made to feel awkward. You don't have to deal with the rejection. We'll just save all of that and not even ask. And I'm confessing that I've definitely done that in my career. I have definitely fallen into habits with my own customers where they call in for a reorder, and I am just happy to service them. They're telling me that they love the Mary Kay product, they love me, and I just want to keep that good feeling and that happy vibe going. I'm just excited to write up their little sales ticket and get them their product and get that little happy exchange. I'm going to give you the product. You're going to give me the money. Now we're both happy. I have been very guilty of that. So I want to tell you that with this script, which I'm going to give you, by the way, this script, I did use it this week whenever somebody messaged me, went on my website, whatever. Any customers who had a reorder this week, I did give them this script. And I had the exact same results you're probably going to have. Some people are you're going to have to re-ask again, which I'll tell you about that in a second. Some people you're going to have an immediate response from that's positive, and some you're going to have an immediate response that doesn't end in a party. And I'm not calling that a negative response. I'm just saying you offered, they made a decision, the decision was no, but you offered. And so that's not a negative at all. So when somebody is about to have to give you money, I have found that that's kind of like a leverage point. It's kind of a tipping point. It's kind of like they want this product and they're saying like, oh, I need X, 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 and X because I ran out of them. And you're like, oh, okay, no worries, I'll get that right away for you. And then after confirming and knowing exactly what products they needed and getting all the niceties out of the way and how much the total is going to be with tax and if you charge shipping or whatnot, like once you kind of got through the exchange, here's the script that I use, and this was all done via text. So I'm not a texting only proponent. I'm just saying, for whatever reason, this last week, these were all done by text message. So here's what the text says. Once we've determined what product they need and how much it costs, then I will let them know. Here it is. This is what I said. I'm working on a new virtual party format called a Mary Kay Online Pop-Up. It's the simplest party ever. Literally no time, no snacks, no energy. That people can connect and hear about amazing Mary Kay products on their own when it's convenient. And you get today's order at 50% off. That's the kicker right there. That's where you grab their attention. Plus opportunities for freebies as my thank you. Here's how it would work. I would create a Facebook group, and it would run over a few days of postings. The only thing you need to do is invite friends to check it out. I need to get 5 books for the rest of May. Can you help? ? So, like I said, there's no magic in that script, but there are a couple of elements that I think would really help you get bookings, because it did me. First of all, it's telling them that you're doing a new, right? It's a new virtual party format. You might call it I called it a Mary Kay online pop-up. Like, something new always sounds kind of like intriguing. Then you get to the middle part and you're letting them know, here's the deal. Today's order, half off. And that was significant because that hits people's pocketbook. That causes them to pause. They're gonna spend $64. Not only have to spend $30 just by getting a few friends together on Facebook. Like, do you see how this just kind of like it causes them to have a different thought for a moment? And then going into like how easy it is. Like, I'm gonna set the things up. The only thing you have to do is invite people. And the last piece, and this works when you are connected to your customers, this works when you are a consultant who has a relationship with people, is to say at the end, here's my goal. I need to book 5 of these. Can you help? So I found that this script actually was very, very effective. Now, effective meaning people said, yes, I'm at work right now, connect with me this evening, we can talk more about it. But see, all these people owed me money. So our transaction wasn't done. I was pausing them sending me money. So it forced the conversations to happen. Because in the past, we may have sent out scripts before, it sounded fantastic, but if there was no transaction in the middle of happening, then people can just ghost you. They can just literally not respond back to your message. And then that's awkward. That's when you're like, you can see they read it. They have their red turned on. Clearly ignoring me. And then we make up stories. And so because we were in the middle of a financial transaction, like I knew we were going to have to resolve this question. I did have a couple of people just not respond. But again, they owed me money. So this is the piece that I said I would mention was anytime somebody doesn't respond back to a text message from me, I will always send them a text message later, hours later. I'm not bugging them, but like hours later, the next day, whatever. And I'll just say, just wanted to make sure you got my message. And I do the little pointing finger emoji, the nice finger, pointing up to the message. Just want to make sure you got my message. That always triggers a response. And in this case, one of the customers who didn't respond, and I said, I just want to make sure you got my message. I just said to her, it's perfectly fine either way. So it'll either be $32 or $64, your choice. And sometimes I think just seeing it in black and white, because that one I thought she was going to be a no, and she's so crazy at work. Oh my gosh, things are just crazy. That's what she told me. Whatever. I just told you didn't have to do anything. I'm the one that's going to do all the stuff, okay? Anyways, she ended up replying back when I put it in, black and white. She replied back, hook me up with a little thumbs up. So I'm just going to say, if you want to get some bookings this week, leverage reorders. Like if you feel like I don't know who to book, check on some customers. Hey, I just wanted to check on you, see how I can keep you looking great, feeling fabulous. Didn't know if you wanted to hear about the new micellar water. Just kind of throw some little things out there. And if they order from you, take the order get it all. Okay, great, that's awesome. Yep, I've got this for you, that. Hey, and then come at them with the script. And I'm going to read it one more time just so that you guys have it. So I said, I'm working on a new virtual party format called a Mary Kay Online Pop-Up. And you guys know I have like lots of exclamations and emojis in my text messages, right? You should know that probably. It's probably super annoying. And I said, it's the simplest party ever, literally no time, no snacks, no energy, but people can connect and hear about our new amazing Mary Kay products on their own time when it's convenient for them, and you get your order today at half price, plus some freebies as my thank you. Here's how it would work. I would create a Facebook group. It would run over a few days with postings, and the only thing you need to do is invite friends to check it out. I need to get 5 booked for the last week of May. Can you help? And it's kind of a long text. Like, that's longer than how I would normally text. But I'm not going to overanalyze it because I got bookings. So I think it'll work for you guys too. Okay, so have a fabulous Monday. I hope you get completely booked up this week. I hope you leverage reorders for sure. And remember, it doesn't cost anything extra to believe in yourself just a little bit more. God bless.